Can Sheffield United meet the expectations placed on them and go one better than the Championship playoff final last year? The referee blows his whistle, the match begins, the Blades play as we look from right to left, and an early punt up the pitch is there for Andre Brooks to scamper after. Bristol City having won the ball back now, counter-attack to the corner of the penalty area to Mehmeti. Infield it goes to Twine, who's just nudged to the ground by O'Hare. Bristol City wanted a free kick. Scott Twine, who can hit them, is stood over this free kick. Central position, right-footed, curler, top corner. Michael Cooper didn't even move, and it is a dramatic start here at the Lane as Bristol City snatch the advantage. A terrific free kick, and it's Sheffield United 0, Bristol City 1. Well, maybe 2 now as Twine is ghosting through. Far too easy. Barry skirting into the penalty area, tried to jink his way past the onrushing defender Tanner. So here's Harmer's corner, and Harmer took the corner, it dipped in at the near post. Any kind of judgment at the moment, under judgment of any team, Sheffield United or anybody else, should come after the end of the transfer window as O'Hare slips his way through, and that is brilliant. And Sheffield United have equalised. That is a fine, fine goal from a Sheffield United perspective. And it's Tyrese Campbell, last season's leading scorer, who was played in, and he swept the ball in. That was absolutely terrific. And it's Sheffield United 1, Bristol City 1. Femi Sariki with a lovely little half turn to Harmer. Out it goes to Brooks. Brooks and Harmer interchanging passes. Harmer, lovely threaded ball through. Here comes Sariki to the dead ball line. Harmer goes a little bit more route one, and Harrison Burrows brings it down as he bears down. Well, on the corner of the penalty area, here's Barry brought in down the left-hand side, up to the corner of the penalty area, right-footed! Oh! Almost a second Sheffield United goal to take the lead for the first time. Harmer with the corner this time. It's flung in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Bindon was the target, but he was crowded out by 2 in the blue of Bristol City. Burrows with another cross, a little deeper this time, looking for Norrington Davis. Again, it's away. And Tyler Bindon lifts it forward. Here comes Femi Sariki again. Now, he's sprightly Sariki, but he was never going to get there. Well, here's Tyrese Campbell, who's shielding the ball away from Zach Viner. It's Campbell who's crossing now. Well, the corner again comes to nothing. They'll have to start to work on that as Harmer volleys the ball into the path of Barry. Barry with the right footer, in swinger. They're queuing up to get it away. The bouncing ball will just sit up for Harrison Burrows, who was exemplary on the left last season. Peck, through it comes to Sariki, driving into the box. Pinballed around. The final touch was that of a Robin. It goes for a corner, and this is Sheffield United's 6th corner, and we're just about in the 24th minute. Harmer will take it deep to the back of the 6-yard box, but Vitek needed all 6'6" there as he came swirling out. It's all Blades at the moment. And here's Burrows, who will shoot! Goodness me, that was hit like a rocket. Now the Robins look to counter-attack. Over on the far side it goes. Jakobsen has the legs to get past Bindon. Then the ball is centred to Twine. Twine, right-footed, brings in support. McCrory! And the ball is sent in low. An outstanding counter-attack. And Ross McCrory, unmarked on the edge of the penalty area, sends a bullet of a shot past and underneath Michael Cooper. And after all of that possession, waves and waves of possession and loads of chances for Sheffield United, the Blades are 2-1 down. Bristol City in front of a pointing and gesticulating Struber worked the ball down the line to Jakobsen, and as he crossed from the right, Norrington Davis matched him stride for stride. Twine, who opened the scoring here, will float the corner. Out it goes to McCrory, who is the most recent scorer, and it's caught in the air by Michael Cooper, and the Blades goalkeeper wastes no time. The big punt up the pitch is there for Louis Barry to chase. Here's Brooks, a lovely little shift of the feet. He's got company, but he's able to smuggle the ball in field and then play it more centrally now to Burrows, who scored against Bristol City at Ashton Gate. Out it comes to Barry, who bends one! Right-footed curler, had Vitek at full stretch from the edge of the penalty area, which will enthuse Sheffield United fans. Barry on debut, Peck with the flick on at the near post from the corner, not quite cleared by the Robins. Brooks making a nuisance of himself. Barry wins it back and toe pokes the ball into the towards the penalty spot. Sariki shoots, it pinballs off Peck. It's saved by Vitek. Vitek twice in action, wants to claw the ball away for a corner, and once then low down as Barry then takes aim, and as Barry struck it, the outrushing bending Adam Randall blocked. The red and white shirt swarm in the penalty area. Burrows will bend in the corner. Norrington Davis rises. Bindon won't get there. It will be only partially cleared out to Bindon on the half volley. And as he hit it upwards, it didn't come down. The captain for the day, Gus Harmer, will take this free kick, bending it in right-footed. Heads go up, it'll come to Barry again. Takes his time, lifts the attempt. Gus Harmer looks up and floats it forward. Great little run to meet the ball there from Tyrese Campbell. He shields it on the edge of the box. The cross is low and fizzing and to the edge of the 6-yard box, but blocked off by a Robin in blue. Sheffield United try and stay on the attack. Femi Sariki with a heavy first touch, but he's rolled it through towards Callum O'Hare, who centres the ball. In the end, it's turned behind for a corner. The Blades have a corner at the Bramall Lane end. We've turned in our seats to the left plenty of times in this match so far, as a low ball in is tapped towards Barry. He takes it on left-footed. In the end, it just came to him awkwardly. Off it comes to Peck, who's still to score for Sheffield United. He's trying to glide his way through. That may well be that. Indeed it is. The first half, well, I think it's fairly safe to say that it was a pulsating one. Josh Smith gets proceedings moving. That is as we look then from left to right.
We've just got to be careful that we can keep the back door closed as well. Not give easy chances.
Wine like this one, and Bristol City have scored. It is an easy chance. It's a gift. Anis Mehmeti swiping in right-footed, unmarked, as Bristol City made cheap headway down the far side there right. There was Mehmeti, who couldn't fail to score. It's a disastrous start to the second half. Less than a minute of it played, and it's Sheffield United 1, Bristol City 3. Well, here is O'Hare picking up a loose ball in the penalty area to Brooks, takes on Hirakawa and then scrambles the shot away. And now Norrington Davis gives the ball away to McCrory, who's the other Robins goal scorer. In it comes to Twine. Twine takes aim, big deflection, and it's gone in. And Bristol City have their 4th goal of the game, as Sheffield United have been cut to shreds twice at the start of this second half. What a terrible start to the new campaign, and it's Sheffield United 1, Bristol City 4, and Ruben Sayers down there is furious. And Sheffield United haven't really been afforded the opportunity to get going in this second half, and they've conceded 2 further goals as Brooks skips his way past the challenge of Hirakawa into O'Hare, who drives towards the dead ball line, but he was just blocked off as Burrows bends in the cross. Vitek through the crowd. Hopefully that will ultimately help Sheffield United. But so far, as the ball is bent in, glancing header from Tom Cannon. It will be a free kick which Harrison Burrows stands over. Stutter step run up, he sweeps it in high, left-footed. Robinson's underneath it. It will come to Harmer, but the linesman's flag had gone up for offside long before. As O'Hare drives up the pitch, tried to thread the ball through towards One on the left-hand side of the 18-yard box, and then Callum O'Hare got it back, and in a as Bristol City come through, and here's Twine, and as Twine left it for Jakobsen on the corner of the 6-yard box, that is a let-off for Sheffield United. One is trying to squeeze the ball back from the dead ball line, use his strength to turn, gets the cross. Corner is swept high. It's looping towards Bindon, who crashes the goal. So here is Robinson, a long Jack Robinson throw-in. This one speared towards the penalty spot. Bristol City wise to it. Out it comes to Harmer, who steadied himself. Here is Ryan One, dancing his way in front of the John Street stand. Makes headway into the Bristol City right-back position. Gets a second chance to cross, but it's hit with pace. And in the end, it's a counter-attack. And Bell will race clear across the halfway line. Closed down by Tyler Bindon. Bell goes round the outside of Bindon. Bindon gets across. In those red and white shirts, Harmer will float this ball in, and there is Vitek again. Here's O'Hare on the corner of the penalty area, slips it back to Harmer. Harmer will pirouette just in front of the D. Back it comes to O'Hare. Lovely turn and dancing feet from Callum O'Hare. Is there a consolation? Crowded out to McCallum, whose left-footed drive from on the right-hand side, speared goal-bound towards Radek Vitek. Well, Sheffield United have scored today through Campbell. Did very well indeed to finish, and Callum O'Hare set him up brilliantly. And Bristol City are after a fifth as Anis Mehmeti takes the ball away from Cooper. And the floater cross over the 6-yard box. A slightly frustrated fling of the arms before the ball goes into the box, and Robinson's underneath it. Shooting chance for Peck, and another in the goalmouth scramble. So 2 minutes of normal time to go. In comes the corner. This time it's Vitek who punches from underneath it. Trailing 4-1, Harmer will put plenty of whip onto this corner, onto the head of Robinson. Peck, header goal bound, clawed off the line by Vitek. Out it comes again to O'Hare. Is there something here? No. Maybe now. Out on the far side, a dancing Harmer will slip it through to O'Hare. Back it comes, the pinballs off a defender. And now the previously mentioned Knight brings it clear, and he's rolled the ball in behind to Sinclair Armstrong, who bears down on the edge of the penalty area. Past Cooper, who saved at his near post. Half a yard outside the box. Mehmeti will ping one, and it's over the 3-man wall, but it veered well wide of Michael Cooper's goal, and there are